Get your raffle tickets. There are going to be 6 tickets drawn today. So even if Diana wins, she can't win 6 times. So there are going to be 6 tickets drawn today. There are 5 $40 gift cards. 5 $40 gift cards. So please come get your raffle tickets.
Hello, Mr. Hugh. All right, everyone. Everyone's very excited about seeing our old friends, but we got to get this show on the road. So get your lunch, sit down. We're going to start in like 2 minutes, okay? Oh, yeah. Happy New Year. Okay, so you're off the hook because on the draft I saw of the program, Dorena had you as Hot Gibson, and that's how I was going to introduce you.
That's me.
Well, maybe I... Okay, there we go. I will. Okay. All right. Thank you. She fixed it.
There you go.
Thank you. I knew I could handle it. That's great.
Get your raffle tickets. There will be 6 winners today. 6 prizes, 1 cash prize, and there will be 5 winners of a $40 gift certificate. So Diana can't win them all. Come get your tickets today.
Wish I didn't have to say all that. It is, and it's going to, unfortunately, go. Thank you for coming. All right.
Early or late?
Late.
Oh, late.
So yeah, which is good now to get you
After the speaker?
on. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, what we do is we basically do speakers first
Okay,
because that way we got to cut something. We can cut it from our own time as opposed to speakers.
I see. Good point.
That's the plan.
We are winding down ticket sales. Raffle tickets for sale. There are going to be 6 winners today. There are 5 $40 gift cards, and there are 1 cash prize. So there will be 6 tickets pulled for the raffle. So if you haven't bought a raffle ticket, come back and see me and buy a raffle ticket.
And where's Carrie? Oh. Okay, you're doing pledge and song. So you gotta start right now. Swallow that. Call you up, okay? Yeah, all right. Okay, no. Tina, I'll just call you back. I'm just gonna call meeting to order, and then I'll call you up for pledge and song. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. Come on. I taught you better than that. Happy New Year. That's better. All right. We're starting a little bit late because everybody needed to say hi and get hugs, which is nice. However, we're going to get started now at 12:05, which means we're going to run over for a few minutes. Apologies in advance. However, I'm pleased to call up Mr. Kerry Benjamin, who's a new member who you'll hear more about later. Oh, sorry. First Bella 2026. All right. Thank you, Bruce. All right. Kerry Benjamin, pledge and song.
All right, what's the song? All right, ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. And what's the song? All right, where's the music?
You have a piano? All right. Can we
All right.
acapella again? You ready?
All right. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue. There's never a boast or brag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
All right. All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Sorry, this is serious. Okay. 15 years ago, tomorrow's the day, that Tucson's innocence was stolen away. It can't happen here. Not in Tucson, we thought. But that Saturday morning, Gabby Giffords was shot. 6 people were killed, good citizens all. 13 more injured before the perp took his fall. Phyllis Schneck would donate the sweaters she'd knit, and Dot Morris had just been retired a bit. Dorwin Stoddard was murdered so his wife Mavie would live, the ultimate sacrifice he was willing to give. Christina Taylor Green, born on September 11, only 9 years old when she went to heaven. Intelligence and integrity described Judge John Roll when this attack on justice took its toll. Gabe Zimmerman was 30, engaged to be wed, unlimited potential. That's what Obama said. The victims include the injured, the families, the friends. When you've lost a loved one, the pain never ends. Our community came together in this crime's aftermath, and a memorial to democracy started its path. Congress on your corner, a tribute to free speech. We have to believe civil discourse is still within reach. In the heart of downtown by the Pink Courthouse Dome, the January 8th memorial now calls it home. A moment of silence I'm asking for right now, for reflection and remembrance. Let our heads bow. Go forward with hope. For peace we will strive. And don't ever forget that together we thrive. Thank you. While Dan's coming up, how many of you have been to the J8 Memorial downtown at the courthouse? Pretty inspiring. Those of you who haven't gone, you owe it to yourself. And there's a remembrance ceremony tomorrow at 10 at the courthouse, no charge. If you are so inclined, please show up. Thank you. And Dan, come.
Pardon me?
Hey, it's good to see everybody back. Good to see everybody after the holidays. I'd like to introduce all the guests that are here today. We have a bunch of you all. I'd like to say two things to you. If you're a guest, why? If you're a guest, you should be a member. So see one of us, and we would love to talk to you about being a member. The membership packets are in the back left corner at the table where you signed in if you were a guest, and we would love to have you contemplate being a member of our club. So when I introduce you, if you would please stand so we can welcome you, we'll run through the list. District 55 Governor Bruce Monroe. Bruce, are you here? From Catalina Rotary, Barbara Kiernan. Barbara? From the D5500 Foundation Chair, Christy Halverson. Christy? The Rotary International Chair, Claudine Schooley. Claudine? Stockton, California, John Roche. John? Okay. John, you have a flag for us? All right, we will put that up. From the San Andreas, California, Sherry Roche. Sorry? And they're guests of Gronke, so good job, Tim. Rotary Club of Tucson, Alan Thompson. Where are you, Alan? Rotary Club of Tucson, John Pewitt. John? Oh, I'm sorry, Joe Pewitt. I'm sorry. Joe. Joe. Okay, it just says, okay. Sierra Vista, I guess, is Erica. Erica, are you here? Okay. Guest of Waukee, Mark Wierzbinski. Wierzbinski, there you go. Guest of Waukee, Glenda Grow. Glenda? There you are. Guest of Nancy Bevins, Annette Solis. Annette? Hey, Annette. Guest of Bruce Tunzi, Miria Calixtro. Guest of Luida Eisenman, Carson Keegan. Carson. Guest of Autumn Hufall, Mike Cyklowski. Guest of Eric Lamb, Amelia Lamb. Guest of Kevin Barker, Casey O'Connor. Guest of Elena Ha, Caden Cribbs. Kate? And guest of Elena Ha, Jess Cribbs. Jess? All right, so you active Rotary people with the badges, you saw all the people. I lined you up as targets. So all these new people that are guests, go get them and get them to be members. And with that, I give it back to you, Dot.
Thank you. Today, cookies. Where's Matt Sinclair? Is our Cookie Monster sponsor of the day? Where are you, Matt? Come on up here. Let's everybody say thank you to Matt. And as a result of being a cookie sponsor, Matt gets this cool Rotary bag to take all the extra cookies. And the envy of all you know, he gets the official Cookie Monster badge. Limited edition Cookie Monster badge that he get. Here we go. There we go. There you there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt Sinclair. Okay. So next, to introduce our program, we have a member of our club who needs, well, the only introduction he needs is from himself. So say hi to Daryl Stewart and watch the screen. Watch. What?
Perfect.
There's supposed to be some dialogue there.
Something good for someone, and particularly for me. It's just lovely to be a Rotarian. No matter how much work there's more to do. So don't think that we're finished. We're just beginning the game.
Yeah.
We love being
Hey,
here in
why
Senegal.
are you a Rotarian?
Kiwanis wouldn't take me.
In case you couldn't hear that, Mr.
There's
Daryl-
always something to laugh about, too.
We have a phrase
All
that
right,
we
let's-
all
Okay, there we go. So for those of you who didn't hear it, when this man was asked why he's a Rotarian, he said,
Kiwanis wouldn't take me.
Daryl Stewart.
As I was preparing these introductory remarks, I received a somewhat threatening communication suggesting that if I didn't keep it short, there would be some serious consequences. Now, I know I'm not the first person to be on the receiving end of such toxic messaging, and I don't feel there's a need to publicly embarrass the individual right now. However, I can offer a hint. The first letter of this individual's first name is Dorina. So with that in mind, I want you to know that Elijah did provide a new and greatly improved bio that wasn't in Tucson. I'd suggest you go on to Club Runner and read it. It is amazing. And I left over there. Let me grab it.
While he's waiting for the rest of his, I forgot to do to get you guys ready. So we were in Senegal, and you're going to hear about our trip. But to get you ready, in Senegal, the main language is French, but the community we were in, the main language is Wolof. So I'm going to teach you some words so you can kind of get into the groove with Senegal. So first, everyone repeat after me, Nanga Def. Good job. That means, hi, how are you? So, Nanga Def, everyone. Then, Jerry Jeff. Jerry Jeff. For those Jerry Jeff Walker fans, Jerry Jeff means thank you. So Jerry Jeff, all of you. And then, some of us need this more than others, Balma means I'm sorry. So, there you go, Jerry Jeff. There you go, Daryl.
Thank you.
So back on L, he has this book out, his latest book, Dream On Seydou, a memoir of a Senegalese immigrant. Excellent, available on Amazon. $20. He has some available here today. $25 if he signs it. Bob Logan, you should know that this is outselling your book 43 to 1 in Senegal. Anyway, so let's get on with the introductions. And as I mentioned, I was told to keep it short. So Dr. Hugh Thompson is 90 years old. Elijah Ndoye is 52. Please give a warm welcome to our presenters.
Fasten your seatbelts. This is going to start early and will probably end late. It is estimated that there are more than 100,000 orphaned and abandoned kids in Senegal. These are the forgotten kids. The cultural tradition in Senegal is to let these forgotten children take care of themselves in the streets. They are responsible for what they eat and where they sleep every day. Elijah has been sadly troubled with the plight of these kids most of his life, but had no solution. On February 14th, 2010, after a Valentine's event in Ndoye, Elijah and his older brother and best friend, Moss, were walking home when they passed one of the da'aras, a place where the kids have to pay to sleep at night. A short distance past the tin-roofed hovel, Elijah had an inner nudge to return and look in on the kids. There were 10 to 12 kids on the dirt floor, a few holding a tattered piece of blanket. One child rolled over and looked up at Elijah to see if he was a threat. Their eyes locked for a long second, but in that short time it must have burned a hole in Elijah's heart, for when he awoke the next morning, he had a powerful inner knowingness that it was he himself who was going to have to make the change in these children's lives. That was the day that Elijah started working on what turned out to be a 12-year divinely inspired project with many hurdles and setbacks. With quiet determination, Elijah persevered. His project manifested in 2022. The first forgotten child was invited into his orphanage. When I heard he was taking a small group to visit his orphanage in Senegal, I had to go. I wanted to see this one man's seemingly impossible dream in action. After a 30-minute drive from Ndoye, an experience in itself, we arrived at a lush, walled compound. We drove through the gates and were immediately surrounded by excited, energetic, healthy kids, bright-eyed and laughing with limitless energy. They were 84 boys and 12 girls, ranging from age from 2 to 15. They all wanted to touch us and possibly get a hug. Their good behavior astonished us. There was no fighting or rough pushing. They all respected us, each other, and what the staff requested. At mealtime, they all lined up by age and stood quietly in a line with no pushing or shoving until it was time to go into the dining room, where they were gathered in small circular groups on the floor according to age, quietly waiting. The young girls brought the 20-inch diameter serving dishes of food in on their heads from the kitchen and placed one in the center of each group. Nobody moved until a prayer was given. They all had one spoon or used a hand to eat. The kids were orderly throughout the meal and waited until they were excused before leaving. Unbelievable. Elijah's brother Moss is the foundation of this incredible orphanage. With love and respect for the kids, obviously a wizard at choosing the 16 staff and managing the myriad of ever-changing need that arise in such a complex undertaking. Elijah does not allow any kind of physical punishment in this orphanage. The kids have 2 sets of clothes, hand-washed by the 2 stalwart ladies twice a week and hung on the fence or bushes to dry. They get regular showers, 3 meals a day, and have school classes daily. Double-deck, double-wide beds for the younger kids, sleeping side by side, allow 20 to 30 kids to sleep in the same room. It's hard to believe there's no roughhousing or messing around. Soccer is a sport of choice, but their field is small, with a bougainvillea hedge along one wall. The soccer balls take a beating. The thump of airless soccer balls was always present. When we left, they had new soccer balls and new mats to sit on in the dining hall. Erica had painted a beautiful mural with a horse, saguaro, and our beautiful mountains on the wall of their treat room. The mountains stood out compared to their plate flat countryside. The men helped a staff person patch and put 2 coats of paint in the dining room. we join Elijah in hoping that these kids will be educated enough to be employed when they leave their wonderful home at the age of 16 in a country with a present 37% unemployment rate. The kids' need are ever present, and Elijah needs us to think, all of us to think of ways we might help keep this dream alive. Stay tuned for the rest of the story of our wonderful experiences interacting with the kid, the great joy of this trip. One of the side trips, Elijah took us to the Grand Mosque in Dakar, the capital of Senegal. He had taken groups to the site on a number of occasions, but had never been inside the mosque. When we arrived, there were several men standing in the area of the visitor parking lot. We got out and were admiring this beautiful structure when one of these men walked up to Elijah and asked if he would like a private tour of the inside of the mosque. He was astonished. He had never been inside this building. We later found out that this man, the first assistant to the progressive imam at that mosque, and had over 200 hours of training reading the facial expressions of people for malice and negativity. With a group of service above self Rotarians, it took him only a minute to see our open hearts and with no evidence of animosity for Muslims or their religion. It was a unique and incredible tour. What an honor it is to be part of this room full of open-hearted service above self Rotarians. Some of you spending your lives helping others. Thank you, and always remember, love is all that matters.
Thank you, Hugh. I honestly don't know if I can go through this. I can't. Thank you. It's been an amazing experience, and I cannot thank Rotary for being part of this. Hugh talked about the trip, and we don't have enough time to go through everything, but the kids, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Everything that we do, from where we started to where we're at right now, to this global grant that we're working on, and to meet the community, to meet some of the students that are going to be part of this program and their parents. They are so excited, and the group can attest to that. We met with them on Sunday the 21st, and it was just amazing. And all of that because of you guys here, because of Rotary and everything Rotary stands for. And it's just been, again, an amazing, amazing experience. And this grant is gonna change lives forever and ever. And I mean that, forever and ever. It's a 2-year program, but by the time we get through this, the impact for those kids, for the parents, for the community is something is just, like I said, you cannot put even words on that. This was the day when we met with them, the teachers, the consultant was there as well, and the parents, like I said, were just very, very happy that we are doing this grant for them. Let's go on to the next one. The team here, so the one in the middle, she's gonna be the main instructor, years and years of experience, and she's so excited, and she's gonna do an amazing job with the kids. The chief of village that you see on the left there, he was there as well, and the engineer that we have that's gonna help us with the design and everything that we need to do to make sure that everything goes well. So the team is there and ready to go, so yeah, let's go to the next one. Hugh talked about the orphanage, and we try to make the kids as comfortable as it can be. It's not a luxury, but it's something that they've never had, and they are safe and they're secure, and they're sleeping enough to have a dream. And I talk about that in the book. And at the end of the day, that's what I was going for. So you talked about soccer. I mean, it's the Rotarians went on their way, used their own money to go buy soccer balls for them, new mats, and we came in and they were like jumping up and down. You know, can we play right now? And you know, it was just the excitement. And like I said, it's nothing that I've asked them to do, but the one that traveled with me had the heart to say, you know what, let's find out what the kids need and let's provide that to them. So they were very excited about that. As you can see, Hugh talked about kids playing, but also you can see the lady doing washing the clothes, hanging them right there. So Chris Edwards, we need washing machines and dryers. Just saying, there he is. We did a little video about that and sent it, but I know you've been under the weather, and I'm thankful that you're feeling so much better. So with washing machines and dryers, we'll be able to eliminate all of that, make it more efficient, and be able to, I mean, you imagine 90-some kids in there. You imagine the laundry and the amount that we have to do on a daily basis. But we're making it happen. Next one, please. The staff, we talked about it. My brother, Mas, he's the one on the right that you see. He's a godsend. He's 2 years older than me. He's my friend, my brother, and without him, nothing would be possible. And I think the Rotarians that were there could attest to that, he's doing things that no boarding school in there is doing. And it's just the love that he has for the kids. He walks in and all you hear is Tonton Mas. Tonton means uncle. Tonton Mas, Tonton Mas, Tonton Mas. That's all you hear all day long. And we just have an amazing staff, 16 of them, and they just love the kids and doing everything that they can to make sure that they're all well taken care of. Next one. Talk about service above self. Look at that. The one in the middle, Erica, right here, did that mural. Freehand. I mean, we bought some paint. We ran out of colors. We used some ingredients from Senegal, tomato paste, whatever you could get hold of. We mixed it up and we made colors out of it, and that was instrumental in making that happen. You see Daryl and Hugh over there. We were priming the walls, getting them ready, and it just turned out to be an amazing, amazing experience. And that speaks volume for Rotary and what we do. Absolutely service above self, and that's what we do. You can see in the middle there, one of the workers, we were fixing the roof, and he fell. And Hugh was right there, 90 years old, on the floor with him, looking at him and making sure that he's okay. And thank God, you know, he was okay. There was nothing broken or anything like that. Hugh thinking so hard because we wanted to put some, what were we working on there? The poles for the clothesline. So he was doing some math and figuring out how we're gonna do that and thinking hard. And we see our fearless president mixing tomato powder to be able to come up with some colors. I mean, it was just an amazing experience for all of us. It came out really well. Again, you can see Alan in there. Just look at Joe. I mean, everybody was just on board, doing everything that we can. On the bottom floor there, we did a little dance with the kids and taught them, I forgot, no, Wabba? Wadley Acha. So we did a Wadley Acha with them and taught them how to do that, and then they taught us, you know, some other games and things that we could do. It was just amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, yeah, look at that. Everybody's in there working, and look at Daryl. You can take this guy nowhere. Touche. Connecting and fellowship, and that's what we did. This trip was, my book, I did the French version of it, and while we were there, we did a ceremony for that, and Brittany sang, and it was beautiful. The community came out. And that's all we did. We connected, we cried, we laughed, we went to the police station, but that's a different story for another time. You know, that just came to me, so I'm gonna ask for a donation to the Forgotten Children, $25, and then I'll tell you that story. You will die. That's the first group I've taken that we ended up at the police station. And it was worth it. It was amazing. But that's all we did. We just connected and had a great time and did everything that we could to make it a great trip for everybody, for the Rotarians and for the community. Next one. We have any more? That was during the ceremony as well, and us just every night we got together. We go do some excursions. We go to the school. We play with the kids. We paint. Nighttime, we go back to the hotel. We eat. We laugh. We just had a great time, and we got to know one another better. And we talked about Rotary and what Rotary is about and what we stand for. And yes, it was a trip for us to discover Senegal, but the global grant was absolutely an amazing opportunity. And this is, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but this is going to change lives in ways that we don't even imagine. So I cannot wait to get started. Hopefully in January or February we can get the ball rolling and get going with that, because all of them are ready to go. Every day they will be calling and say, hey, we're ready. Did some excursion, went to a little safari, did a line walk. This was at the safari. You can see our fearless president, Dottie Dot over there, with Cece and Tom, Chris and Tom. And it was just Chris and Cece, that's right. Cece's my daughter's name, how can I forget? So, but yeah, every year when I take people, I definitely want to take you guys to go see. It's an amazing experience, amazing experience. Here we are eating the Senegalese way. I mean, you could Hugh. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna sit down, I'm gonna lay down so I can dig in. And that's what he did. This is the Senegalese dish that we call rice and fish, and this is eaten 99% of the time at lunchtime in Senegal, and that's what we do. We sit all together, and we just talk, and we enjoy a great meal. I know, right? Here we go again. We went to Gore Island, the House of Slaves, and it was powerful. It was powerful to go in there and see what history has done. And we had an amazing experience in there. There's a lot of crying and a lot of sadness in there, but it's part of the journey. The Monument of Renaissance, we went to Dakar also, and we visited that. This is the tallest statue in Africa that we built in Senegal. So it was an amazing experience as well. And then just the view and the water and where we stayed at, it was just, like I said, a great view right by the ocean, and it was just connecting and showing them the culture and having adventures. So. Is there another one? Thank you. We are about to start a program that's going to help 40 students, boys and girls, from all life walks. Some of them went to school and they had to stop because parents couldn't afford it, and they ended up staying home and cooking, cleaning, and doing whatever. We're going to get them, and we're not going to the city where they're doing okay. We go into the villages where it's needed, where we could give them that opportunity. And it's all happening because of all of you in this room right here, right now. And I cannot thank you enough. I cannot wait to get started and give you reports for the next 2 years. And I want to thank the Rotarians that went with me, Dot, Hugh, Daryl, Erica, Aline, Brittany, Joe. Am I missing anybody? And my wife Aja was there with us too. She wanted to be here today, but work called, and being in a medical, it gets a little crazy sometimes. But it was an amazing journey. I hope Some of you will be able to join me this year. Whatever we do, let's make a difference. I'm not talking about the forgotten children. It's my organization, and you guys see what I do. But make a difference. Help. Give a hand. And just do it because it's the right thing to do. I promise you, you're going to go home and you're going to go to sleep, and you're going to sleep well. You guys are helping kids that you will never meet in your lifetime. Maybe you will, but the most part, you won't. However, it's not stopping you from doing what you need to do to make a difference in this world. It doesn't matter where it happens, here in the US, Mexico, Africa, it don't matter. Push, make a difference, and Rotary is where we need to be. We're here, and let's continue to self-service above self. Thank you.
For you. Service above self, unite for good. Thank you, Elle. As you all know, as you all know, we, as a club, are very engaged with children's literacy, and so we ask our speakers to sign a book. And so Elle has agreed to sign this book, my first book of Senegal. He has also agreed to sign his book. So he does have some here. This is the whole story of how this whole project came about, and Elijah's story, and the story of Senegal and the forgotten children. So have Kleenex next to you. Yes, questions? Jim Levinsky. Oh,
no,
sorry.
Jim, I got the mic. I beat you.
Okay, sorry.
So I have two questions. The first is 25 isn't enough, so here's 50 for the police story. But the other question that I have is, you had mentioned about the impact of the parents. So it's not just the forgotten children that are out on the street. So tell me a little bit, is it both, or how does that work?
It's both. The street children, there's no way to solve that issue, and it's still going to continue. There's only so much I can take into the school, and we're going to continue to do that. When you look at the grant and what we're going to do with the students and their parents, that's where also it makes a huge difference. Because now, by us taking those students, giving them that opportunity, not only are we solving the situation that they're in financially, but you look at Rotary even allowed us to give them a stipend at the end of the month, so that you see somebody that was going to the market every day to go sell something and make $2 a day for mom and dad. Now we're going to give them a stipend. They don't have to do that, and we bring them to the school to give them an education and give them an opportunity of a lifetime. So it's helping an entire community. I don't know if you have time for that.
I don't know, we offer.
Here's 100.
All right. All right, stand up. Ms.
200.
Blah.
Do I hear 250?
250. 250 right here, Al.
Right there, 250. Do I hear 300? We cap it at 5, and I'll tell the story.
Since you guys donated, I almost got arrested in Senegal. We were on our way to Gambia, and I didn't know you couldn't record police, because I'm a journalist at heart. Nina, where are you? Nina. The whole time I'm getting almost arrested and have to be taken down to the police station for recording a police officer, I kept thinking, would Nina be proud of me? She's a journalist. Would she be proud of me? And I think you would have been. And so I recorded this procedure in which we're going from one place to the next, and the police officer was not happy at all. At all. He took my phone, got us off the bus, held us, detained us for a long time, then took a ride with us to the police station, in which I had to meet the police chief. everyone else was stuck on the bus wondering if I was ever coming home. And luckily, he asked me directly why. And through translation, Elijah, poor guy, had to tell him that I recorded the police chief because he was quite handsome. And I wanted to remember this experience. And so through translation, I could see he chuckled a little bit. And I think that is maybe why I got out. What do you think?
Totally, he cracked up.
So
Because
the city
she
we were...
didn't know he spoke English. He
I
heard
did
her
not
say
know.
it was cute.
He made us delete the recording, and of course I learned a lot about culture in this whole thing and how we have different perspectives and different laws. Of course, and the funny joke about this is we were in Fatigue, in a city called Fatigue, and so I got back on the bus sweating. I felt so bad for everyone. They were waiting, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I didn't know if I was ever going to make it back to the U.S., and Dot or someone on the bus says, well, what the fatigue just happened? So the rest of the trip, what the fatigue is Brittany up to?
I was going to teach you that word, but... All right. However, excuse me 1 second, Jim. Before we get Jim's question, I just want to introduce the team that went on this amazing trip. So you already know Daryl and Hugh and Elijah, myself, and now you know Brittany better than you thought. Erica, please stand up, our artist. Joe Pruitt from the Sierra Vista Club, who also works on global grants. And the wonderful and talented Alan Thompson. Okay, now, Jim, thank you.
Okay. Two things. First of all, the orphanage is an amazing endeavor, and you should be congratulated for all the work and such you're doing there. But it is not the focus of this grant. So I'm just wondering if maybe you could enlighten the rest of the group, especially our guests, as to what the focus of the grant is. And second, international grants are complex, difficult, challenging, and that's just getting them approved. And the success is largely dependent upon engagement and commitment of the host club. And I'm wondering, your experience from the team when they were there with the local Rotarians, did you get that sense that commitment is there?
Great question. So the Forgotten Children facility is going to house the program, but this global grant is not to benefit the forgotten children. So I want to make sure that we get that clear. The kids are going to be there every day, going to school, and we're providing them with the facility, transportation, and all that. But like James said, there's a separation. So I don't want you guys to think that there's any conflicts of interest or anything like that, because that needs to be you guys need to understand that. There's a total separation on that. We did not get to meet the Rotarians from Dakar on this trip. However, Barbara has been dealing with them. I've dealt with them. The passion is in there. They're ready to move. But like you said, the process is very cumbersome. But we're getting there. We're very close. But from the community to the Rotarians, everybody is ready and very excited to get this sport going. Any other questions?
Yeah, I actually have a statement to kind of help you out, El. For those that want to donate to the Global Grant, you can't. It's kind of, Rotary International has kind of already closed the door on that. However, if you want to give money, El or I will more than happily take your check. I can't tell you. So if you still want to donate either to the Forgotten Children or to the Global Grant, if it's specifically to help with the Global Grant, we've already had a couple of people donate extra funds. I mean, we all know that they're going to run into some situation where it's going to cost, extra money that they're going to need. So we can hold that in the foundation and send it to them. If you want to donate to the Forgotten Children specifically, I would recommend donating to Elle, or you can donate through the foundation, and we'll get that to them. Thanks.
One of the things that we're going to be doing for this grant is an economic development project. So we're going to train, and that's one of the things that the trainer is going to do. We're going to train 40 people in industrial and commercial sewing and end the project by giving them each a sewing machine, and we're looking at doing a micro business where you give them a small loan and then they pay you back over time, and then that can continue and grow in perpetuity. So the idea is to work with the Forgotten Children to help with recruitment. The Forgotten Children is donating their space to this project, and so what we're going to end up with is 40 people who are trained in commercial and industrial sewing, and then they're going to end up with their own sewing machines so that they can have their own businesses. And where is Barbara Kiernan? Oh, way in the back. Come on up here. Barbara Kiernan, let's say a big Jerry Jeff to Barbara Kiernan. Barbara Kiernan. So there's a couple of things that are already made for tourists that none of us actually bought anything. However, we did buy, Barbara. You may. All right. So one of the things that I really fell in love with were tote bags. These are reversible tote bags with these beautiful fabrics. And so we bought this one as a Jerry Jeff, as a thank you for Barbara. There we go. So, quick, okay? Can we hear you? Here, let's try this.
First of all, I want to tell you. There we go. All right. First of all, thank you for letting me stand down here. And I want to tell you, I've worked on a lot of global grants with a lot of different clubs. And I want to tell you that this club is number one. You have got talent, you've got commitment, you've given of your time and your treasure. And I want to thank you for my experience of being with you. And I want to tell you that Dr. Thompson came up to me at one point in the middle of one of our meetings and he said, Barbara, I need a job. Tell me what to do when we get there. And so I thought about it. And then I called him back about the week before the grant. He left. And I said, you know what, Hugh? I've got a job for you. I was wondering if you and your wife would get all of the people that are going together and take lots of pictures for me, because what I'd like to do, I'm going to step aside now, and Jim Levinsky is going to be point man all the way to the very end. I'm here to help, but what I want to do is set up an online store, maybe in conjunction with other fair traded things, so that we can take this kind of thing and put it on that digital exchange and continue to earn money from now in perpetuity. And I love the idea that we're going for microfinance too. That's a separate grant, that's a separate issue, but I just want to tell you, thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of this. It has been amazing. And Elijah, I have to call him Elijah because my other language is Spanish. Anybody know what the definite article is in Spanish for the masculine nouns? L. I cannot call somebody the. I just can't do it. So I have to call Elijah, which is a lot longer, but I thank you. Thank you, Dot. Thank you all.
All right. So everyone, Jerry Jeff. All right. Okay. Thanks all. Now, birthdays. When I get emails from Doreen about what's going to be happening at the meeting, I pay close attention to them. So our first birthday boy, I'm going to introduce in the way the email came through. So ladies and gentlemen, wish happy birthday to Mr. Hot Gibson.
Thank you, Dot. And I appreciate you putting my high school picture up there, too. That was wonderful. Well, I've been part of Rotary for more than half my life in this club. And unfortunately, I got some bad news recently. I lost my job at the bank. A lady come in and asked me to check her balance, and I pushed her over. Oh, ba-dum-boom. With that said, as you heard, education, in my opinion, is the answer to all of our problems, and I highly recommend everybody donate to the Scholarship Fund. And here's mine.
Jerry Jeff, Mr. Hot. And also having a birthday is Mr. Kerry Benjamin. So come on up, Kerry. He's with New York Life. No, wait, wrong line. Done Right Services. I'm sorry.
I might need life insurance at this age. Thank you, everybody. I've only been a member for a short time, since September, but I've loved every minute of it. And, you know, of course, I love what the Rotary stands for. You know, service above self. It really, you know, holds a good place with me because I always have tried to be one who gives back to the community. So I've got a small check here just to present because I want to make sure that we continue to, you know, serve our community and take care of those that need it. So, thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. And I was intrigued to find out that Carrie collects pens. So how cool is that? P-E-N-S, right? The writing kind. Yes, pens. Okay, and now, however, we get to meet a new member. So where's Gordy? Gordy, there he is right there. And now you're going to learn more than you wanted to know about Carrie.
Thank you. Thank you. I wore my fancy coat just for Carrie. Manga Dev. I'm going to do this a little backwards. Normally, we tell you about the person, but I'm going to tell you about Carrie, and then I'm going to tell you what Carrie's about. He joined, as he said, the Rotary in 2025, so this is a little, or September 2025, so it's a little belated. We had some holidays in there, it kind of messed up the flow a little bit, but we're doing his intro today. Kerry was born and raised right here in Tucson, Arizona. He was a graduate of Saguaro High School. Yes. All right, there we go. We got another one. He went to college at the University of Utah and also a little school up north called NAU, but we won't hold that against him. Something you already know about Kerry is he's a pen collector. So, stole my thunder. That's all right. So now, what is Kerry about? In the medical field, there's something called BMI, that stands for Body Mass Index. With Kerry, as with most Rotarians, he has what I like to call a high HMI, a heart mass index. You see, Kerry has a big heart, one that deserves to be a Rotarian, one that belongs in Rotary. So if you've not met him yet, please make sure and do so. He will definitely brighten up your day. If I could describe Kerry in a sentence, it would be a line from a song from 1910 from John A. Lomax. You may have heard it. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word and the skies are not cloudy all day. It's my pleasure to welcome Kerry Benjamin to the Rotary Club of Tucson. Jerry Jeff.
So in addition to meeting new members, another favorite thing we have in our club is introduction of Paul Harris Fellows. So coming up on the stage are the Wierzbinskis. So Waki and Mark Wierzbinski and are going to be introduced by Joe Danishevsky.
Oh. Wow, what a great program. And there's so much more to do, and this club can do it. And we can honor today a Paul Harris Fellow presentation, Waki Redsar and Wierzbinski, and Mark, her husband, Wierzbinski. We come closer to a world of peace and understanding through the recognition by the Rotary Foundation of two Paul Harris Fellows. Fellow Rotarian Waki Redsar Wierzbinski is receiving her Paul Harris Fellow +3. Yeah, let's hear it. And she has gifted another Paul Harris to her husband Mark, who is receiving his Paul Harris Fellow +2. Let's hear it for him. Way to go, Mark. Waki is recognizing Mark with his Paul Harris Fellow as his life demonstrates a shared purpose with the objectives of the Rotary Foundation. Walkie and Mark are wearing their new recognition pins. You too can get a Rotary, a Rotary pin. Walkie's been a Rotarian since June 2015. She was born and raised in Indonesia. She immigrated to America after she graduated from college with a Bachelor of Arts and settled in a Los Angeles suburb. Earning her associate degree of liberal arts from Chaffey College, she moved to Tucson in 1994 and started her careers in land planning, development, real estate, and earned an associate degree in architectural drafting from Pima College. Walkie is currently a broker and principal of WVR Realty and Consulting. She is also a breast cancer survivor, over 5 years in remission now. And she shares, praise you all. She is also a proud and happy Rotarian. Walkie joined Rotary because she believes in its mission to make the world a better place through service above self, to fight diseases in the world, and to support children's education. To Walkie, the best part of being a Rotarian is the friendship and the camaraderie between members. For example, Mark moved to Tucson at age 29, started his own company in the real estate investment business, and as a general contractor while being a landlord and flipping houses very successfully. He actually started Service to Sell when he was 7 years old, when he picked up golf balls in the lake at Arrowhead Country Club. I think I hit some of the golf balls in that Arrowhead Country Club. So he met Walkie at a real estate open house she was holding 20 years ago, and they still celebrate their 10-year wedding anniversary on January 16th. They are both now semi-retired, staying in their summer house in Idaho during the summer, and while they can, enjoying traveling and seeing the world, fishing trips, hunting trips, skiing trips, hunting for golf balls. Please join me in thanking and congratulating Walkie and Mark Verbinski on their newest Paul Harris Fellow recognition.
That chair was trying to attack me. All right, Mr. Dan Calm is right behind me, right?
Well, I was so excited because I heard the story about Brittany's phone and her getting in trouble with the police chief, and I just didn't realize she had left it back there with me. So I was wondering what kind of donation Brittany would like to make to get her phone back that she left with me. Like she donated it to the Sergeant at Arms, but I don't know. I didn't want to check the videos. I was a little thinking that might be not good, Eric, but. All right, so today we have 6 prizes. We're going to pull 6 tickets. When Diana bought the gift cards for service projects, there were extra gift cards, like bonus gift cards, and they're for Fox Restaurant Concepts, and each of the 5 people that win are going to get $40 in gift cards to Fox Restaurant Concepts. Okay, so we're going to start with the numbers, and I'm just going to pull them because it's going to be easier that way. So we're going to go with, first one is 306-553. 306-553. There you go. There you go. I'm going to put it right here. All right, the next one is 306610. There you go, Chris Edwards. Yeah, give us a washing machine, you can have a card. 306-528. 306-528. Yeah, there you go, David. All right. 306-726. Ah, Joni. All right. I'll get you that, but it's right here. And last but not least, 306615. 306615. Chris Edwards says he'll give us another washing machine. Anybody else? All right, so we're going to move on. We're going to go to the next ticket. 306681. There you go, Rick. And you only bought 2 tickets, right? Wow. All right, and then the pot this week, because we sold so many tickets, and by the way, did you notice Diana didn't win and she bought tickets? I'm kind of impressed. The pot this week is $125, and it's going to go to 306474. 306474. Wow. Wow. Should we just toss her the cash? Wow. All right. So then we have 2 way to goes. So let me have the first one, please. So the first one is, on the article was December 6th for Sammy Davis Jr. Nina Trasoff wrote about her relationship and friendship with Sammy Davis Jr.'s wife. And it's a great article. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, these are some of the pictures from the article. But Nina is up there. And you can see bottom left is Sammy Davis, and then Nina's center dancing. And then at the top, she's, I think, sitting on a car. So way to go, Nina. Great article, great story. If you want to read a great story, it's online. I suggest you do that. And my next way to go is a District 5500 announcement that read, Dear Dot, we're pleased to announce the appointment of Luis Hernandez, Tucson Club, to the Ride the End Polio Chair role. So, following thoughtful consideration and outreach to several Rotarians, we are grateful Luis has graciously agreed to accept this important role from Emma. So, congratulations, Luis. I know you'll do a great job in that role, and I couldn't think of a better person for it. So, way to go. And that's it.
A huge Jerry Jeff to Luis. Oh, that's right, the card. Oh.
If Diana wins this, I'm just going to, I don't even know.
Okay. Let's how about this one? Not the one with the corner fold over, right?
Oh, thank God you didn't win.
Okay, so quick announcements. All of the different events and projects are listed on your tables. They're listed online. And another really cool thing that I wanted to announce, where's Robin? Robin Stoddard has these beautiful, if any of you have not seen these calendars, this one is the World War I. He's also got a 2026 calendar for World War II, and he brought it. I'm giving a match set to my brother, retired Air Force brother. But I have it on good authority. He has others if you're interested. So thank you, Robin, and a big Jerry Jeff to Right Flight, who does such a good job in our community for kids. Okay. So we have Community Food Bank coming up. We have the Adopt a Road cleanup coming up. We have several fellowships. And next week is the Rotary Eat Around Town. So do we have a slide for that? Is that in the next one? We have 4. Oh, okay, sorry. I'll get there in time. Okay, red badge selfies. Sorry. There we go. So we have our red badge selfies, which include on the left, we have Bob Morgan, Carrie Benjamin, and Matt Sinclair, our cookie sponsor for the day. Thank you all. And then we also have Diana Medeiros and Tony Sims as red badge selfies, which, as you know, or may not, red badges are what is worn by our new members. So if an existing member sees a red badge person, takes a picture, and we can appreciate you. Because of the gem show coming up, that little event that you've all heard of one time or another, the convention center is not available to us for our meeting on January 28th. So 3 weeks from today, we'll be meeting at the Sheraton. So don't come here. You get a lot of gems and rocks, but you won't get a Rotary Club meeting, which will be at the Sheraton on Grant on the 28th. So please register so we know how many people and can give them a good head count. And now I am really pleased to introduce our district governor, Bruce Monroe, who's going to be talking about some district information. So, thank you, Bruce.
Happy New Year. Originally, Dot was only going to give me 2 minutes. And when I was going through the numerous trainings that we district governors get, former president, Rotary International president, said there are 2 kinds of district governors, both present and past. One is a district governor who doesn't know how to shut up, and a second one who's dead. So clearly, I'm not dead, and I always, when I get up to speak, I always have that in the back of my mind so I won't drone on and on. So I'm here today to ask for your help. I don't know how much you've thought about the district. You might have a little bit of interaction here and there with the district. But from a holistic standpoint, the purpose of the district is to help clubs improve. That's why we're here. We offer the programs and processes and tools and education and mentoring for clubs to improve. Why do we want clubs to improve? Because clubs that aren't improving are either stagnant or receding, and that's a bad thing, right? And we lost this year 3 clubs in the district because they just weren't vibrant enough that could keep themselves viable. So we in the district have a special feeling or special knowledge that we should be helping clubs improve so they can help out in their district. So I'm here today to talk about some opportunities within the district for positions that we have to help clubs improve. So let's go up 2 slides. There we go. All right. So as you know, some of you may know I'm an engineer, and I'm also his former district membership chair, so numbers are something that I'm very interested in. I'd like to take a look at that chart, and what it basically shows is I've divided all the clubs into 4 categories based on their size. There's natural breakpoints within the district, and you can see that we have quite a lot of small clubs. About 55% of our clubs, it was 60, but 55% of our clubs were small clubs, under 20 people in the district. And then we have medium clubs, which are 20 to 50. About a third of our clubs are small clubs, and they represent around 40% of our members. The small clubs I missed, they're 55% of our members, yet they're only 55% of our clubs, yet only 22% of our members. And in the large clubs, which are 50 to up to 200, is 9%, and they represent 23% of our members. And then there's this one club that's called an extra large club. On my spreadsheet, I use the word G for grand or giant or gross or some word that great, okay. But for this, I've called it extra large. We have one club, your club, which is 16% of all the members in the district. 1 in every 7 members in the district are in this club. Something to be very proud about. You're obviously offering your members and the community an experience that they want to have. And because of that, and also because of your numbers, that's why I'm here today. Next chart. This is really why I'm here today. The yellow is the percent of jobs within the district that are done by members within those clubs. So the 55% of the clubs, or the 22% of members, are doing 26% of the jobs within the district. Amongst medium clubs, Those 38% are doing 56% of the jobs in the district. In the small clubs, those 23% are doing 13. But in the XL club, those 16% of the members are only doing 4% of the jobs in the district. I don't know that that's worth a celebration. So, I'm going to get to that. So, you know, there's a saying. I think the guy's name was Willie Loman back in the 20s or something. He said, they asked him, why do you rob banks? And he said, well, that's where the money is, right? So why am I here? Because this is where the members are. I'm going to go talk to the large clubs, which, by the way, you are bigger than the next 3.5 clubs combined, if I can only add to the pride that you feel about your club and its size. Okay, so Charlotte, who was a straight woman there, asked me what are the jobs that are available. Okay. We have a public image committee chair open. We have somebody doing our website, somebody doing social media, but we're looking for consistency. We're looking for a big picture. We're looking for consistency and persistency. We need someone to coordinate that effort. We have a new position in the district, came out of our strategic plan, and that is a project coordinator. We believe, in fact, we know that clubs that when they work together have bigger projects and are more impactful projects. And there's also an opportunity for clubs who may not have the bandwidth to do so many projects to join with clubs that do, so they can increase their offerings and the experience for their members. So we have a new job for project coordinator. Our education committee, we have training being done by the specific committees, but we don't have anybody overall coordinating it and also focusing on opportunities for education across all the Rotary disciplines. You know, we have our membership chair does some training, our foundation does some training. We're looking for someone to coordinate all that and offer training also more in a general thing like RLI and RLA, if you know what those two things are. We also are going to have a new foundation chair this year. Christy, this is her last year. And Sue Archibald, who is my predecessor, she is going to become the new foundation chair. She's looking for help in the subcommittee foundation chairs, so that would be an opportunity. We have 2 advisory boards, the finance board and the corporate board. They are basically the people they're my boss. The corporate board is somebody to whom I technically report. It's like the board of directors. The finance committee are there to making sure that the money that we're spending and receiving is being properly accounted for and spent towards the plans that we had put before the year started. Every year we have a group of people rolling on and rolling off their 3-year commitments. We need someone for the next year as the people before them roll off. We also have a lot of subcommittee chairs that are needed. We do run a pretty bare bones process because we cannot find enough people. We would be more than happy to take on more people to be able to take the load off the chair and be able to properly staff those committees. And the last one is one that is specifically close to my heart, district governor. We need competition. We need more people to apply for district governor. We've had way too many cases in which we have not had a sufficient pool to deal from. And as I look out and all the people I've met in my travels throughout the district, I say that person could be a better district governor than I am. You know, they were president or vice president, they owned something, they were superintendent of something. They had a lot of experience that could work very well in the district. And a lowly engineer like me is in this job. I think I'm doing an okay job, but I'm sure there are others who could probably do as an equivalent job. So it's a very rewarding job. If you saw my article in the Impact the last week, it has been one of the biggest things in my life. I will remember this for the few years I have remaining, knowing that I was able to lead an organization and get things done and be able to make changes and positive influences in people's lives throughout the district and the world. So it's a chance for really making a difference. So I'd really ask for you to consider that job. But basically it boils down to, what are you interested in? That's really that's where we should start, and we can find something for you in the district. You're a great club, you do a lot of good things. There's a lot of application within the district. You would have to be scaled, of course, and adapted. You're a big club, small club, sometimes it doesn't really work directly applicable, but you're doing a lot of good things, and I think that would really help in the district. So last slide, or I guess second to last slide. Who do you contact? Get a hold of me or my successor, Emma Carrillo. She was the one who recruited Luis, and we appreciate Luis doing this job, taking over for Gary. That was something that has been on our minds as something immediate that we had to do, and so I really thank Luis for his stepping up. Last slide, very last slide. I say this always, when I'm out here to see you, and I'm usually asking you for something. That's just the way it works. But because there's just so much opportunity out there for us. There's a lot of need. But I don't want to minimize the fact of what you're already doing. So thank you for that, and thanks for your time.
Far be it from me to offer a correction to the district governor, but if you want to go back to that last slide, the one that said, thank you. Well, you need to add Jerry Jeff onto there.
I just learned the word now. We were lucky to get the presentation.
Well, when he comes back, it'll say Jerry Jeff, right?
Jerry Jeff Walker, I know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Dan, one more time.
And normally we're running a little bit late, so I wouldn't take a lot of time, but we have so many guests here today that if you haven't been impressed by today's meeting, then I'm sorry, but it's just been an impressive meeting. Between the international stuff, the stories that went on, the camaraderie that goes on, the fellowships that we do. Next week we're doing a fellowship about town. We've got service projects. Bobby's going to announce today in a minute. We're doing the food bank next week. If you're looking for a place to thrive, if you're looking for a place to plug in, go back there on your way out and grab a membership packet. Because I could tell you all about the club, and I could tell you about all the reasons you should join, but if you haven't heard enough reasons today, I can't help you with that, because this is an amazing club, and I think that if you're a guest here today, it would behoove you to really look at joining our club. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Okay, so next week we have events around town, and there are 4 events thus far, so check the website and sign up for where you want to go. Hacienda del Sol? Oh, right. Bobby, sorry.
Dot, I'm easily forgettable, so don't worry about it.
Hardly.
Hey, take a look at the sheet on your table, because we do have that upcoming opportunity, the Community Food Bank, this Saturday. They only once a month have it where both sides of the lines, the assembly lines, are working, and this is one of them, so it's hard to get those times. So we've got 46 people. We really only need 4 more people, but if you contact me by text or phone or email, that would be great, just because I'll forget it by the time I get out of the room if you come up to me now. But I would love for you to come. The 46 people, thank you so much for getting involved. I really appreciate it. And I did want to make a shout out to Marsha Crumweedy. Will you please stand up? And Lori Schroeder. They're going to be taking over the Community Food Bank, so then it's going to really start to excel after this one, okay? So look for emails for them down the road. And the other thing very quickly I wanted to mention too, I sent out an email right before Christmas about a booklet, a paper booklet, which would be like the member connection list that we have. I got about 100 replies. But I would love to get closer to, our full group. That would be really helpful if you could send yes or no. That's all it is. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, give me a call on that. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Bobby. And very quickly, John Roosh, come on back. John and his lovely wife Sherry are visiting us from Stockton, and they have, you want to bring your banner up? And so this is the first time so far that we've been able to trade flags. So exciting. He gets a Tucson badge from flag from our club, and we now get this lovely Stockton. And interestingly, the two of them are guests today of Tim Gronke, but guess who convinced Tim that he should join Rotary? John and Sherry. So double thank you. All right. So next week we have our events around town. We have 4 already set, so if you want to host one, let us know. But do sign up. And our next actual physical lunch meeting is right here on the 21st, and we'll be hearing about the car show. And it's always one of my favorite meetings because we give out those big checks. So come and bring Kleenex. It's a great meeting, and we'll be featuring Dave White and Alan Rogers, who's our car show chair for 26. And at that point, then all I have to say is, Jerry, Jeff, thank you all. Whoa, Alan. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Participate in the car show and pick up a role. It's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying. So talk to the team leaders in 2 weeks about what role you may want to do at the car show. Number 2, reminder, the car show top ticket sellers dinner will be at the Tucson Auto Museum this very next Saturday, January 10th, 6 p.m. 5:30, pardon me, 5:30. This very next Saturday. That's it.
All right. Anybody else I missed? All right. Jerry, Jeff, to all of you, have a lovely week and Happy New Year. We're adjourned. Cheer, cheer.
You owe us a toast. A toast.
That was our toast.
Toast. Toast.
Service above self and unite for good. Thank you.
Adjourned.